Hi everyone, so today we are going to see what exactly is Windows Autopatch. One of the major tasks in every organization for an admin is to keep their devices updated. Now Windows Autopatch is exactly the same service provided by Microsoft. It's a cloud service which can deliver Windows 10 and 11 quality updates and feature updates for drivers, firmware, applications like your Word, PowerPoint, Teams, and Edge. There are a few requirements for Autopatch. Minimum you require a Windows 10 or 11 E3 license. Devices should be managed by Intune so that you can configure them for Autopatch. Cloud attach or co-managed devices which are being managed through MECM and Intune should be configured. You have to go ahead and enroll your tenant with Autopatch for the Windows Autopatch service to work. Once you have done the Autopatch enrollment, then you can register your devices. Now, as we have the rings available, Microsoft provides you Autopatch update rings. You can have your test ring for your testing pilot devices. Microsoft recommends minimum one device, or you can have more than that. Then you can have an initial production group where you can go ahead and deploy these patches. 1% of your total devices is a recommended thing. Then you have the second group of production with 9% of devices so that you can get more inputs related to your updates. And finally, all your 90% or 100% of your devices which comes under the broad channel. You cannot create any additional ring for managed devices. You must use these 4 rings only. There is an automatic update option available if you don't want to do any testing and directly apply updates on your devices. Maybe for smaller companies. You can always go ahead and move your devices between different rings if you require. It provides you a pause and resume feature for these updates if there are any problems you are facing with these updates. Let's see how exactly Windows Autopatch works. So for your Windows Autopatch to work, the very first thing on your endpoint manager, you have to go into all services, select your tenant administrator and enable the tenant enrollment for your Windows Autopatch. This is the very first step which you have to go ahead and do. So it will ask you to go ahead and enroll. It will still go ahead and tell you if there are any advisories or if everything is ready in your environment. Now in my case, I don't have typically the co-management option and conditional access. So that's why it's going ahead and giving an advisory. We'll go ahead and enroll this, or the email ID and the contact number, the person who would be responsible. Agree to the agreement. Click on complete, and that's where it will start setting up the Windows Autopatch. Right, so you can see the Autopatch setup is complete and it says continue to start registering your devices. And this is where it will ask you to click on discover devices. It typically takes an hour's time to go ahead and discover if there are any devices. So once you have enabled your tenant for Windows Autopatch, the very first thing you have to go ahead and do is add your devices to one of the groups called Windows Autopatch device registration. I have a member which I can go ahead and add inside this particular group, which I added earlier as a cloud PC. There I can see a cloud PC available. I will go ahead and add this particular member. Once it is added, later on I would be able to discover this particular device. So once you have added the devices in the Windows Autopatch group, under your devices you will see Windows Autopatch device and discover the devices. Now I have already discovered one of the devices which is available over here. The next part would be going ahead and selecting the devices and adding them into a particular group. Microsoft goes ahead and gives you 4 options: testing a particular device, which first devices you will go ahead and deploy, fast method, and the broad method. These are the deployment rings which are available. I would like to test out first my device, go ahead and save this particular option, and my device is added in the test ring. Now some of the other features which are available is, if I go back into my tenant administration, you will see that there is a release management option available under Windows Autopatch. Once you click on release management, you have an option of going ahead and pausing whichever update you don't want to go ahead and apply. Quality update, what should be the reason? So testing requires more time. Just go ahead and click OK. And this way you can pause any of the releases which are supposed to get deployed. Thank you everyone for watching this video. My name is Pradeep Rane, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.